So hey guys, I just got back in from the gym and me and my sister was talking earlier, right? By the way, my workout was amazing. Every time I go to the gym, I always feel like a brand new person. Like I always feel like rejuvenated, I feel resilient, I feel great, and I feel like I am tackling something that is a part of my everyday routine. I don't go to the gym every day, but I try to get in the gym as much as I can because I'm like, it just makes me feel amazing. It makes me feel like I could do anything after that. But anyway, I was talking to my sister earlier, right? And I have a phrase, it's called Hollywood talk. So I was telling her, like, a lot of times we let people in our lives that should not be there, people from the past, that you know done did you wrong. You haven't seen them in years. You haven't seen them in months. Well, let's just say years. You haven't seen them in years. Yeah, I'm eating my little beef jerky because I needed a little snack. But anyway, you haven't seen them in years, right? And you might run into them while you're shopping, while you're out eating, just anywhere, right? And these people come to you, hey girl, da-da-da. Now these are people that you know, like your past relationships with them was not the greatest. Like they did you wrong. I don't care how long ago it was. It could have been from your childhood. I'm the type of person where I'm like this. Like if you done things to me prior when I was younger, yeah, you're young, you know, we make mistakes, but a lot of times these people, they know exactly what they're doing. Once you're 18 years old, you're grown enough. Matter of fact, 16, you're wise enough, you're old enough to know what you've done, how you've offended someone, but you still decided to do these things because you just didn't really care and you just didn't like me. And now you're doing something malicious because now you just want the advantage, to have that advantage over me, to try to either put your hands on me, be physical with me, or just slander my name across the world. But anyway, so I run into these people, right? And you see them and you're like, oh, hey, you know, we older now. It's no beef at all. It's no problem at all. Because I know I've grown, but I have never forgotten. So you see these people, you like, hey, what's going on? Hey, girl, da-da-da-da-da. They all hype. Yeah, you look good. Da-da-da-da. Okay, whatever. You look good too. Da-da-da. Hey, girl, we should hang out sometimes. Yeah, we should hang out sometimes. Yeah, let me get your phone there. Okay, da-da. Okay, I'm gonna text you tomorrow. All right, da-da. It's all Hollywood talk. I know on my part, it's Hollywood talk. A lot of times when I run into people from my past, I'm not gonna call you. I'm not being nasty. I'm not being malicious. I'm not being none of that. I think about things like, okay, like, what are we really going to talk about anyway? We haven't seen each other for years. Like, we haven't seen each other for years. And I think people forget that when you start to go on your own different paths, you've known these people from the past, they no longer know who you are. This is the future you. This is who you are. And this is the future them and who they are. But what are we really going to talk about that I feel like I need to be friends with you now? Why? Like, why? What's the purpose? You know, and then a lot of these people, they're very sneaky. You got to be careful with them. The first thing they'll say, oh, I always see you on social media. Girl, you be looking good. You did it. But these people, they don't like your picture. And I don't care if you don't like my picture, but I just feel like God reveals people to you. He reveals who people are. I always see your pictures. You look good. Yeah, girl. Da-da-da-da. See, look like you're doing good. Okay. Thank you so much. They're all on your page. You know what I mean? Now they done ran into you. Now they want to exchange numbers with you. And now you guys going hanging out. And now y'all sitting around just talking. But what do you guys want to talk about? You guys are going to exchange information about each other. How you been? How's your love life? Who you with now? It's a lot of times, you know, when you run into people from the past, just leave them in the past. Especially if they didn't bring no greatness to your life. If all you can remember is gossip about other people, the conversations y'all had consistently was gossip most of the time about other people. Or these people slandered your name. There was he say, she say stuff. And like I said before, I don't care how young we was. I can care less. If I had bad situations with you in the past, I'm the type of person now where it's like, if I see you now and I'm talking about, oh, we gonna hang out, it's all Hollywood talk. All of it's Hollywood talk. I'm gonna say you that. Oh yeah, girl, I see you. Let's hang out. I'm never gonna hang out with you. I'm never gonna. For what? There's no reason to. Because first of all, we have nothing to talk about. Now, if you want to talk about business, because I have a business and you want to support me, or if you have a business and I choose to support you, that's different. I'm all about, celebrating people and stuff like that. But if you don't really have nothing going on and, we don't really have nothing to talk about, why are we going out to dinner? Why are we hanging out with each other? Where is this going to lead to? So I call it Hollywood talk. Just, if you don't feel comfortable and in your spirit you feel like, hey, I just don't feel comfortable, you don't owe anyone anything. Why do I have to go out my way to hang out with you? Why do I have to go out my way to share my information with you? I haven't seen you in years. Now you just pop back up and you think we just supposed to hang out together and just, I'm supposed to tell you about my life and I'm supposed to tell you about catch up from the past and I already had bad encounters with you in my past with you. There's no reason. So I'm at the point in my life where now, like, I really don't have friends like that. The people that I am friends with, I've been friends with them for years, and I can trust them. I don't fully trust anyone, but I can trust these people to know that they're not going to slander me. They're not going to go back and say anything that I said to about anybody, and I don't even gossip. I don't even talk about people. But say if I did say something, I know it's not going to get back because I might have said something important about my life. And I might have started talking to that person for a while, one of my friends or whatever. He might have just got busy with life, or we just might have had a little argument. People go through stuff all the time. But I've never, ever heard it come back to me, whatever I told them. And they would never, ever hear anything that I said about anything they told me. They would never hear it again from anybody else's mouth. But a lot of times when you run into past people, they're in the past for a reason. I don't think you need to bring them back into your life. I think sometimes it's good to see people, and it's good to see people doing well. It's good to know that their families are doing good. But I don't think it's a reason to go and hang out with them and have dinner with them and then open up that door to let a person in your life. Because a lot of times we open up doors to people and everybody have different energy. Everybody have different spirits. Now all of a sudden they learn things about you. You learn things about them. It's just opening another door for what? For what? For these people just to learn stuff about you, and God knows what, probably go back and tell somebody else, or just people are very weird. We living in a time where a lot of people are just weird. Their spirits aren't right. So be careful and really be mindful of who you're letting back in your life. If they're in the past, they're in the past for a reason. Keep it very to a minimum with people. Keep it to a minimum and just do Hollywood talk like I do. Hey, good seeing you. Yeah, I'll call you today. Don't call. For what? What do you want to talk about? Because a lot of times I've done it, and the only reason why I can speak on it because I've done it. A lot of times when you go backwards, you start to talk to people, and they are talking about stuff from the past. You know why? Because that's all y'all have in common. So why even entertain it? A lot of times when you run into people that you done known for like 20 years from your past, or 5 years, even in a year, people change, people evolve. All they could do once you run back into them again is just talk about stuff that was from the past. Because that's all you guys have in common. And a lot of times you done grown from the past and they're still in the past. They're still talking about stuff that happened 20 years ago. And you're like, I don't even care about that because I'm too focused on trying to build a business. I'm too focused on getting over my fears and trying to do things that's making me a better person. I'm on to bigger and better things. I got so much stuff on my mind. I got my kid. I know I have a son. He's 18, but he's still my baby. I'm too focused on trying to make sure that he's good at all times and speak life into my son. I don't really have time to talk about the past things that have hurt me or things that I feel like is not going to help me grow. And some people are just not mentally where you are, and then they get mad about that. So then here you are bringing drama into your life. So I don't want to make this too long, but just keep it to a minimum. Just do when you see people and you know your spirit, it's like, I knew them from the past. Leave it in the past. Leave it in the past, and you don't want to make things awkward by being mean. Like, hey, because then people get mad about that. People get mad about the stupidest things. Well, she ain't want to talk. Oh, give me your phone number. Okay, that's cool. But I'm never going to call. Because there's no reason to. And that's not me being mean. It's just me being wise. That's me being smart. And that's me learning from my past mistakes. Because when you let people back in, they can do you worse than they did you before. So you got to always be smart. And you got to be 10 steps ahead of people. 10 steps ahead of people. You gotta be 10 steps ahead of people, because people, they like to take you back to where you are. And then when they come back in your life, they find out little things about you, your little insecurities or whatever they think they can bottle up, they keep in their heads. And then they try to make a big catastrophe out of it and go around slandering your name. So I've learned that if you run into people from your past, be nice, be cordial, but there's no need for, especially if it was a great relationship that we had in the past and I might have lost contact with you, that's different. But if it was a relationship where I feel like you was trying to fight me, you was slandering me, you was trying to make my life a living hell, this is gonna be Hollywood talk. I'm good with that. Oh yeah, hey, how you doing? Give me your number. I don't even say it, but they say, give me your number. You ain't gonna hear from me, because I'm always busy. I always got something going on. So yeah, keep it to a minimum and keep it Hollywood talk. Because these people don't really, when they come back from your past, they don't really care for referral. They don't really care. They just care to know your business, to see how you're doing. That's why they always bringing up social media. I see you on social media. You see me on social media, but you ain't follow me. So that means you just on my page strolling. Now I run into you, and now you want to, get back in my good graces or whatever the case may be. You just want to be back in my life, and I ain't seen you in 20, 10, 15 years. For what? No. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys are having a blessed night. Like I said, my workout was the bomb. I went with my fiance. It was amazing. Yeah, but you guys have a blessed night.